This is it. Go to desktop because that's where our folder is, right? That's where our folder is. You click on it, open the folder. Are you doing the same thing right now? Are you doing the same thing right now? Click on that particular one you created, which is what? My website. Is anyone following?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, with you, yeah, with you.
So if your live server is not working and you want to just open it from your Explorer, just go to that file name that you want. Let's say it's index or it's style.html. You just double tap on it. You open it with anything you want to open it with. I will open it with my Google Chrome. Now you see my website is out here without me having to click on the live server. Can you see that? Did you all see what I did?
Yes, ma'am.
I went to my desktop, traced that folder that I created with you people, which is my website. I opened it up. Now I have all my files here together with my folder because this is the folder I created named what my website. So now if you want to open this without using your live server, just in case your live server is having issues, you can just decide to open anything you want to open. Let's say I want to open the style. This is what I will do. I'll click on, let's say I want to open the style. I'll double tap on it. Pom pom. Now my style is open. Can you see? Can you see? So do you all understand? Do you all understand? For Oluchi,
Yeah.
try this out.
I don't
If it doesn't open,
this way. I can open it through this way. But if I try opening
it's
it
opening, right?
as we do during the coding, yes. As we are coding, we are checking it and
Good.
see what is coming up and making corrections. It will not open. But this way is opening.
Okay, that means the problem is with the live server and not with your code. So you can also
Okay.
decide to uninstall that live server you installed. Just go to that extension, live server. You look for live server, okay, I'm waiting for network. Now if you click on that your live server, install it here. Okay, and then you install it all over again. This is for those having issues with their live server, or not for everybody, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
You uninstall it and install it back. If it's still having issues, then just to save time, you open it this way I showed you. The only thing you need to in that particular one is that you will just need to refresh that page when you go to, like, assuming I make changes to this particular page, like using my VS Code. For me to see that change after saving my work, I just need to quickly just refresh it here. That is reload the page, and everything will still pop up, and you'll be seeing your work clearly. You don't need to always go there to open it all over again. You can just go that page, refresh it, and see the new changes you made. So now that we understand this part, let's continue with our class.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
It's time for us to be muted. Everybody get ready to type.
Good. Thank you for the reminder. I'm muting everybody now. I'll look for one person to unmute and with less background noise. Let me. Who wants to be unmuted?
Don't unmute me.
If you know you don't have any, I should know. Okay, that's good. Thank God you know you're a noisemaker. Zion, we have not started the class. We are starting now.
Yes.
So I will randomly unmute somebody.
It's like
But if your background is too noisy, I will have to mute you back. So I will select if you want to be unmuted. Can you indicate?
Yeah, I'm with Skid. Like 5 of them.
Okay, don't worry. Let me mute everybody. If you want to be unmuted, you can always tell me in the chat. Paula, if I unmute you, I want to unmute one. Okay, let me unmute Zion, Paula, because you have been unmuted for days now. I'll be unmuting Zion, but make sure that your background is not noisy. Zion, you can unmute now. No.
No, I don't think this will be ideal,
So now let's go. We have for today.
obviously not take like one. You understand? So just an image, main text, and
Zion, this is why I don't unmute you. Your background is noisy and your keyboard keeps making the sound. So I'll have to mute you back. Does any other person want to be unmuted before I continue? Does any other? If nobody indicates, I will pick. Does any other person want to be? I'll ask this for the last time. Who is raising their hand? You're seeing here. Where are you seeing Two Digital Dreams Limited? Unmute and answer my question. Where are you seeing Double Digital Dreams Limited? Okay, it's fine. Since we don't have any question and nobody wants to be unmuted. Now, for the last time in the chat, if you want to be unmuted, indicate. In the chat, tell me for the last time if you want to be unmuted, indicate. Who has a question for me? As a Kamsi, you want to be muted? You can unmute yourself now. Paula, don't worry. Zion, don't worry. Oluchi, what's your question? I know you all want to be unmuted, but we have to select someone else with no background noise. Look for live server again. Search for it there and click on the install. Now let's continue. Good. Can you all still see my screen? So, can you all still see my screen? If I unmute you, you have to be answering my questions, because right now I cannot see the chat. So you need to answer me when I ask you certain things. So can you see my screen right now? Okay, I want this. You can see my screen. I was hoping to have somebody that I can easily ask a question and they will answer. Now I will have to come to the chat and check out if you can see my screen or not. So if I unmute you and I ask certain questions like if you can hear me or if you can see my screen, you are meant to say yes. Okay. If you are unmuted, you are meant to say yes. Okay. Let me unmute you. But you have to cooperate with me. Who wants to? Adediran, I've unmuted you, so I hope you cooperate with me. You can unmute yourself. Sorry, you can unmute yourself now. So can you hear me? Adediran, can you hear me? Oh wow. Okay. Let's go back to the class. So today we'll be creating a HTML image gallery. Reduce it. I can't hear myself. We'll be creating an image gallery using the table you already know, the table we created before, but instead of having text inside, we'll be having an inside our table. Okay. Now the lesson objectives is this. We're learning how to add images with HTML. The second one is how to use tables to organize images, and then how to customize and style your gallery. Now, this is what I'm talking about. We are creating a picture gallery. And a picture gallery shows images in a nice and organized way, like a photo album. Have you seen a photo album before? Have you all seen a photo album before? Uh, huh? Okay, good. You have all seen a photo gallery before. Now, the plan is to create one using the tables you already know. Now, my question is this: how do you start creating a table? Give me the tags, list the tags for me in the chat. I am going back to the chats because I asked the question: list the tags, the elements that you use for creating a table. The normal table we've been creating all along. What tags did I use? What tags did I use for them? When I wanted to create a table, what was the first thing I wrote? What was the first? What do you mean by IMG? Eze? Eze, what is, how? Good. Now, yes, I'm glad all of you are following. Eze, why are you just saying HP1? You're not following, no. What is image and HP? I said when I created a table, what tag did I start with? Others are answering, and you're still writing image. Eze, please, can you go back to my previous videos and make sure you watch, okay? Good. Table. TR. What was the next thing I did? Wonderful. Wait, I'm seeing a list. Where did it go to? Someone, it's not image. Wonderful. Who listed this for me?
I did.
This is wonderful. Oh, this is wonderful. It's just running away. Yes, you start with the table tag. You start with the table tag, and then you go with the TR. If you don't want to start with a section, which is the T head, I'm just talking about the base layout. Assuming you don't want to start with the T head and then section a T head, section a T body, section a T foot. I taught you all of this when we did the table layout. So now when you say the table, the next thing that follows is table row, which is TR, right? Good. And the thing that follows is inside the TR, you either have TH or TD. TH is the table, and that it should, when is the first row, right? So if you want if it's just the normal content, you want to add just the normal cells, you just continue with your TD, 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 depending on how many cells you have. So now I will continue. Now this is what it looks like. You can have your image here, your friend's image. You can just have a lot of things in your table in place of text. It used to be just let's say Bonnie, Benny, just different names. But this time around, what we'll be doing is we'll be adding images in place of text. So let's continue. So what do you add in place of text? You add the IMG tag. Now, what does the IMG tag do? It adds an image to your web page. It's like saying, show this picture here, please. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like when you want to create something, or when you want to add an image. You start with the IMG, and the next thing that follows is us, which is the path to that your image, where you write the name of the image, and you just randomly write an image name. It must cite that Visual Studio Code already so that it will be able to locate it. Okay, so now there's something necessary you have to do your image tag. It is the alt, the ALT. Now what this does is, in case your image, I already explained this to you yesterday, right? In case your image, for whatever reason, decides to show up, maybe you didn't write the cat properly, like you didn't write the name of the image properly. Now your website cannot upload something that is not complete, right? The image will not appear, but at least the text will always appear, telling people that, of what is meant to be here is a cute cat. Can you see the image they added in this example is a cat, right? Now their alt is cute cat. Assuming I used a flower, my alt has to be a thing. In case the image has an issue, at least this thing will always show there where there's an error. It will show cute cat so that they'll know that a cute cat is meant to be there. Now, just like I explained to you, the breakdown, the source, the path to your image, that means where you link your image. The alt, which is the image's description. Now, you can also decide to resize it. And we did resizing yesterday when we did inline styling, right? So now the width determines how wide the image is, while the height determines how tall the image will be. Okay, so now what is a table? You already know a table helps us organize stuff into rows and columns. And the table tags include this. The first is table, which is the whole table. You can't start creating a table without starting with this tag. The next one is the TR, which is the table row. And the other one is the TD, which is the cell. And then, like you already know, there is something else called the TH, the table head, just in case you don't want to use the LTD, okay? Show you a simple table looks like, where you have the table row. Now, in between the table row, you have the first date you want to have. So for this particular one, they have TD 3 times, and they added a content in between the TD. Now, the first row had cell 1, cell 2, cell 3. Look at it over here, cell 1, cell 2, and cell 3. While the second row has cell 4, cell 5, and cell 6. And this is it right here, so that you remember what our table looks like. We have done this over and over. Now, tables can hold anything. As you are always thinking that the only thing that you can put inside a table is words. It is not true. You can also add pictures inside your table. Now, instead of writing cell 1, you can have your image inside. Don't worry, that's what we'll be doing today. But first of all, do you have a question for me at this point?
No, ma'am.
Good. Okay, you don't have a question, so I should continue. Yeah. Okay. I should continue, right? I'm trying to see. You are here. I hope you're okay now, Chantel. Sorry about that. Are you okay now? Chantel, you said you are ill. What's wrong with you? Are you better now? Okay, that's good. So you were not in last class yesterday. I'm so sorry about that. But were you able to? Oh, I'm so sorry. But were you able to watch the previous class? Were you able to watch it? Huh? You were able to. Oh, I'm sorry for what happened. And thank God you are better now. Yeah, you cannot see anything because I am sharing my entire screen. Yeah, I'm sharing my. So I'll be going back now to what we're doing. Now, can you see this code I have here? I started with the table, then followed by the table row, which is, and the table row ends here, which means this code has only one line, right? Only one row. Now, inside the table row, what do you always have? You have your TD. But then in between your TD, what do you always have a text that says Benny, or that says surname, my first name. But this time around, we don't want to have a text. What do we want to have? We want to have an image inside. So how do you add an image inside? You still use the tag which is the IMG. Am I making sense?
Yes, ma. So you put it in between the TD.
Okay. Huh?
So you put it in between the TD.
Yes. So the TD, normally in between the TD, you always have the text here, like the other tables we've been creating. You always have something that says surname, first name, whatever thing you want to write. Okay. But now, what we want to do is we want to have an image in place of a text there. And it is very possible by replacing that text with a tag, which is what the image tag, still in between the TD. The TD is still housing it. It's still the cell. Okay, it's still housing whatever thing you want to add inside. And this time around, what we want to add there is an image. And how do we add an image? We still use that image, normal image tag. I'll be showing you how this is done so you don't get confused. So now I'll go to our code. I'll go to the code. Now, quick question for all of you. The should I continue from anywhere, or should you think I should create a new file?
I think you should create a new file.
Let me hear from everybody. You all should reply me in the chat. What do you think I should do? Do you want me to create a new file for it? Just a fresh start. Okay, Kamsi, new file. Who else? David, you can't talk because your background is noisy. And I asked several times if you want to be. Okay, still have my structure, and my structure is what? Let me go back. What's the first thing I'm supposed to start with?
Type.
Okay, Zion, you are disconnected. Don't worry, you're still right on track. We are creating a new file. We've created a new file. I asked a question. Okay, you're using noise cancellation. I will unmute you now, Chantel. Okay. Good. No, background is noisy, Chantel. I'll give you one more chance though. If it's too noisy, I'll have to mute you back. Okay? Good. If you know you have a noise cancellation headphone and there's no single noise in your background, I can unmute you if you ask me to. The only problem is I don't want to hear any sound at all that has nothing to do with the class that we have going on right now. So we'll continue. You already said that what should be inside. You can use any image you want. I already have an image, my bunny. That's my favorite pet. So you can use whatever you want. If you want to use your all your folder is gone, how is it? You can use any image you want of yourself, of your friends, of your favorite food. You can use any image you have there just to see what it looks like. You can use a game image, any form of image you want. The fact is just for you to know that it is very possible to add any image you want. So now we are going back to the VS Code. So this is where we are. We added our table down to this point, and we have created our first row, which is the CH, CH, and then the second in my alt. This is the image of a bunny. I will give it this. I'll say um cute bunny. Cute bunny as my alt, so that in case this thing doesn't appear, mm, at least the cute bunny will show. Don't worry, I will show you what I mean by this. Let me save this first. Let me know if my image will appear. I will open with live server. Now look at this. Can you see? I have my image here already. I have the tag, which is this. And because this other image is meant to be right under Benny, that is why they are taking up so much space, because the image is really, really big. So it is taking up. Okay, what's your question?
Please, can you tell me how to get the part of the image? I was not in the class that day.
You were not in the class when I taught how to add an image.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now there are different ways you can do that, but I want you to just go to your file explorer. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This one.
Yes, ma'am.
So you just go in. Yes, click on it. Go to desktop. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
You can go to that and open up the folder where your work is. And the name of our own is my website, right? Is that the same one you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can decide to create a folder here. Or create a folder where you want to add your image. You can create a folder, name it images if you want to. But if you don't want to, you can just decide to go to where your gallery is. Click on it, copy images. How do you copy? I don't know if there are other images here. You can just go to this place. Let's say I have okay, now let's say I have this. I can click on it, copy it. Where do you copy? Here. Then go back to my desktop, locate my file, just come here and I paste it. Now it's here. I've pasted it inside that folder. You know what happens when you paste it here? It will still what? Reflect back here. Now look at that image I added. It's now lying here. Anything you add into the folder, whether it's inside the If you can see my screen, you can go to this place now. You click on file. When you click on file, you open, either go to this place that said open recent. It will show you the recent files folders you've opened. Now I've opened this. I've opened this before. I've also opened this. You can decide to click on anyone and anything there will open. Or you can decide to go here and open a folder. Click on this. It will take you straight to your Explorer. And you go and open that folder again and everything will come back, okay? Eze, I hope I've answered your question now. So make sure you do that. So now we have have only one image, right? And this image is going to be right under Benny because that's the next line of row, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So now we want to add another image that will be under Happy Bunny. How do we do that? Still inside that your second row, you create another table data, add an image tag, and I will say, since I have two folders, I can always select the one I question. How does the picture come out? Have you added a picture to your work, to the VS Code, to the page, to that folder? Have you added a picture as a Kamsi? As a Kamsi, have you added a picture? Zion, are you still following? I will unmute you now, as a Kamsi, so that you ask me your question. As a Kamsi, what is your question? As a Ifoma, my bunny, I downloaded it myself. Okay, you can always go and search for it on Pinterest. You can always go and search for it on Pinterest. Where are you, Zion? Where is Zion? Zion, I'll look for you now and unmute you so that you can tell me what the problem is. You can unmute yourself and ask me the question.
Excuse me, I was disconnected.
So when
But I don't know what you guys are.
First or the second one?
The first one.
Okay, I added 2 more images. Let me show you my VS Code. I added 2 more images. Can you see that? That's another. I have. This is the first CD I did, right? Now this is another CD, and this is another CD, and in between them I added images. That's the only thing I did extra. So do you understand? And this is what it is looking like, but I want to now resize my image. Do you understand? Did I answer your question, Zion? As a Informer, you can use any image of your choice. You can use your own image as long as you have any image there. Just use it. You can get the bunny image by searching for it on Pinterest. Can you share your with me? Abdul Samad. Or can you send the screen? I didn't do anything much. Now look at what I did. I just added an image tag inside the TD. I just added an image tag inside the TD, just like how we image, and then we add the path. Okay, I'm doing this at the worst place you can think of doing anything. I forgot to put it inside the body. So that just the same way you add your normal image. I taught you the image tag, just the same way you add the normal image, where you add something like the name of the image you want to add there. All you need to do is just to add it in between the TD. That's just all. This is still the normal way you add your images. Now the only difference is you're adding it inside the table, which is in between the table data, so that it will form like a table as well. Since you just don't want to create a random image, you want to make it look like a table, but then structured table full of images. That's what we are trying to do now. So now the next thing is for me to reduce the width. I can reduce the width and height of my images because it is looking too big. So now because I does anybody have a question for me? Someone is talking. I won't use it directly, but it is always allowed for image tag and certain tags. Now let's see if this one will change in width size. It did. Can you see that? It is always allowed for that, but so that I don't get you confused. So I don't get you confused, I will cancel this out, but just know that it is possible to do the width inside though. But just so we continue with what we did yesterday where I taught you inline style, I want to use the style attribute. I will use the width property and I'll give it a value of 100 px. Okay, I'll give it a value of let me make it 200 px. I don't want it to be so tiny. Control S. I make it 200 px, and then I will also give it. I taught you yesterday how to do inline styling. For those that were not there, I taught you how to do inline styling. So now I've added one property already, which is width. I am changing the width of this particular image here, and now I want to change the height to 200 px, or should I make it 100? Don't worry, let's see what it looks like first. Now this is what my image is looking like. Very tiny, but I want height. So what do I have to do? Most of the time you don't have to always stress yourself when you are coding. What you need to do now is to copy the style, since it's the same thing that you want to apply to everything. Now look at what I'm doing. I'll copy it right to where the quotes ended. This is what happened when I created style, right? It says style equal to then double quotes. Now I am copying that style because I want to reuse it, right? So instead of just going here to type style again with this height, this, you can do it though. If you don't know how to copy it like I'm doing, if you don't want to stress yourself, you can just go to what? Control C. I'm copying this thing now. Then I'll go here to the other image. I will paste it here. Okay. I will still go to this one, the last image. I will paste it here. Can you see? No stress. Save it and you go back to view what it looks like. Can you see they now have equal width? I gave it equal width. I gave it equal height. Now it is looking better. All right. Don't you think so?
Yes.
Good. I can't hear you well.
What height did you put for it?
I gave it 200 pixels. Also gave it a width of 200 pixels. So clear width.
Okay.
No, you don't need. Okay.
Images. I already have my images saved on my device. So I'll just change the images and the name soon.
To what? Chantel.
I have.
Yeah, what were you saying?
I said I already have my images saved on my device. So I will change the images you use to the one I am using.
You don't need to change the name. I don't understand your question. Do you want to change
it? Bunny. One is a bunny, one is a panda.
Yeah, you mustn't use a bunny. That's what I'm trying to say. You can just use your own image. Oh. Just design a gallery for your own image. You can design one for your family members. You can design for anything. So since you have an image saved already, the only thing you need to do is just to make sure it is now inside that folder. Okay, just copy and paste it inside that folder, and then you now call the path name in the source.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, but I need you to please help copy the code and paste it inside the chat so I can have access to it.
You don't want to type it out yourself. When I copy this and send to you, make sure that you change the name to what you have, because if you try to run this my code, if you try to run this my code, it will not work because the image is not there. So fingers crossed. Okay, now it's sharing today. I have shared the code to everybody. So in case you want to, have you seen it? Who sent something? Okay, Paula, you sent something. My brother, my friend, me and my brother. Okay. Good. Okay. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
You sent the code to the Daniel, not to the chat. You send the code
you can just copy the
Daniel, not the.
Did I? Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Don't worry. Pardon me. I've sent it now to everybody. And I don't really have strength to start doing TD. Okay. So this is what I'll do. I'll just copy this one now. My other row. Since I want to make something like this exactly. I just copy it though. Okay. Come down here and say Control V. I paste the second row. I repeated it here. I pasted it here. So everything that is here should still be appearing below as my third row. Now let's see what I mean. Now I'm going to look at how it's looking now. Can you see? I repeated it. So assuming I don't want that image path, I can always change this one to something else. Let's say, let me come back to the code now. I can now decide to make this my first image. I'll delete this one now. Let me know if I still have another image I can add. Let's check. Is there another one I have I've not added before? Edit it yourself to suit your tastes. Am I flowing? Am I making sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you all still following?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Are we still adding our borderline?
Yes. You okay? Now you can decide to add a borderline, or you can decide not to, because right now it is already forming it for you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can decide to add it to, or you can decide not to, because as you're adding it now, it's the image is already giving it that shape. But if it's a text, most of the time you will need to add that borderline because it will not come out as that. But if you want to, it is very possible to add it. And if you like how it looks, you can still do that. Now, let me show you. It's a good question. Yes, Zion. Wow, it worked. Good. So it's a good question that you asked. Now, the table now, let us make our border. Let's add a borderline. Border and make it one. Okay, let's see what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It has lines. Okay. If you want to leave it this way, it's still okay. It's still perfect if you decide to. You can still decide to collapse it. There's nothing you cannot do with your table. It depends on how you just want it to look. Do you get my point? To look. Now, I've added this, and I can still collapse this. You know that I did do the collapse yesterday. Someone should remind me.
Oh, that's all.
Good, Niniola, yes. Good, good, good. So now we will do the same thing. Since we already have, when you add a border equal to 1 to your table, it adds the lines for you, right? But it comes double, double. Each one has its own border. So now what we want to do now is to make everything collapse. I'll be using the attribute called border collapse. And I'll say what? Collapse. Collapse that border for me, please. Now I will go back and it has collapsed it. Now the two lines you are seeing has done to one. So do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you all understand? Are you all still following? So you can decide to add a line. It is not absolutely compulsory, but you can always do what you want with your gallery. If you want your gallery to come out this way, perfect. So now let's go back to our slide. Let's go back to our slide. We have already said much. So let's just continue. Can you see what this is looking like now? This image, it's not clear, but you can see the fruits to theirs. So I've already touched all in images. And I also taught you what co-span does. Do you all remember? You also remember? So now, answer me. Can you people
Yes.
answer me in the chat, please? Or if you're muted, just answer me. I don't have only Paula in my class. I want you all to flow with me. Can you answer me? Do you know what a co-span and row span is?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. That's good. Now we will continue. Good. So now can you, if you found your taskbar, can you now continue with our class, okay? Okay. For those that do not know, I will still go and show you what it means. I told you that co-span is stretching. It means stretch the cell across more than one column. You only use co-span when you want to build that column, like you don't want your now let me show you what I mean. Now look at how this is. How many columns do I have here? 1, 2, and 3. How many columns do I have here? Good. How many rows do I have? 1, 2. And this is row 3. So now when you say co-span, let's say I want this image to have now, this image is in what? Column 1. Column 1. And I want this image right here to now have what? 2 columns. That is, I want it to have this to be here and also stretch to this point. What is it doing? It's trying to push away this one up here. Right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Good. So now what co-span does for you, what that attribute tells you to do is to remove this, to push this one side and then have this one occupy this space. So now when you add a co-span to this particular image right here, automatically it has become 2 columns, even though you will not be seeing this line in between. It will not be 2 columns. And this one will still be right beside it. And this one again will still be there. Making it how many columns now? 1, 2, plus 2. Because you have added 2 here. We've not added it though. So I'm just trying to make you understand. I will show you now. Let's add a co-span of 2 to this one. That means I want it now to occupy 2 columns. I will go to that image. It's meant to be this one, right? It's meant to be this one. Good. So now inside the table data, inside it is meant to, but because I gave it one width of 100, it cannot move and stretch here. But what did it do? It has taken up the space. So this place now belongs to this image. So if you want it to still reach to this point, I will have to increase the width for it to stretch this point. But the thing is that it has pushed away this one. It has pushed it one side and added an extra column for itself. Okay, now if I want this thing now to occupy this whole place, I will increase the width of this one. I gave everything 200 pixels. And because I gave it 200 pixels, it will always be 200 pixels, or else I decide to increase the width. Now I'll go to this particular image now. I'll go to this particular image and I'll say, this is where I change the width, right? Everything is 200 pixels. But since I want it now to be bigger, I will change the width to, let's say, 300 pixels. Let's see how much it will take up. Now it's coming closer, right? I am changing the width. It is now coming closer to this one. Let me make it 350 pixels and see if it will still close up or if I'll make it 100. Now let's go back and say 350. Save it, and go back and view it. Now it's still coming closer. Let me make it 400 to know if it to be able to occupy this entire column for me. I'll make you 400. Can you observe what is happening here? Now, because I gave this one a cospan of 2, what did I do? I am expanding the columns from 3 to 4 because I added extra 1. That means I gave this table data 2, which means I've given it 1 here, and then another one. I am assigning it to have 2 columns, while these ones still maintain 1 column, making it a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Even if you don't see it from the image, at least you see from the header that the lines have changed to 1, 2, 3, and 4 lines. Now, this one is empty because what we have in the second row is just 3 table data. Am I making sense?
Yes, no.
Am I making sense? Like, truly, am I really making sense?
Yes, no.
Odenibo, can you still hear me? Are you following? Are you all still following? Let me go back to the chat and make sure that I'm not only talking to myself and Paula. Okay. Okay. You all are still following, right? You all are still following. Okay, good.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So now I will continue. Are you still here? Or then you okay? I will unmute you now. So okay. Now, like I said, okay, no, not this. Using this. So now because I did that co-span just for one table data, just one, because I added an extra column, now everything will change. Because adding an extra column means you are still stretching out your table. You are still stretching out, so it will be affecting every other thing you have inside that table. Now, if I want everything to equalize, I can either decide to come to my second row and add a third image, a fourth image, okay, because automatically it has given it room for it to create something else. So I'll go back to the VS Code. And now let me use comments and separate the 2 rows. Let me say, I'll add a comment, row 1, and then in here, I'm sure you know what a comment does. Row 2. So I'll remember that I am dealing with row 2 now. So in this my row 2, now even though we have table data of 3 here, everything, let's comment this one out. I didn't say delete, just comment the third table data, the third cell in your first row. Let's comment it out. I taught you how to comment something, right? So let's comment it out. Are you all following?
Yes, no.
Comment it out and then go back. Good. When you comment it out and go back, can you see everything has equalized? Everything has equalized because it was 3 initially. And then I did a co-span. That means what I did is I added an extra column, which is 1. Now everything here became 4. and here still was 3, giving me an extra space because why? I have an extra column added here. So now because I decided to get rid of the third one in the first row, everything still went back to how it used to be, 3 columns. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. If you don't understand, you can always tell me. Now let me show you all over again. Let me bring it back. Let me uncomment it. Control and slash.
My question.
Okay, what's your question?
When I ran the code, I changed what I needed to change. I ran the code. You know, when there is no internet on a device, that's what.
And
So it,
okay, yes, is what he was showing
yes,
you.
I
But did
even
you give it a name of that ALT? Did you give it ALT name?
yes,
Is it showing that name that you gave it?
yes.
It's showing the name, right?
It's showing the name. It's only the image I cannot
That's
see.
that is why I told you it's necessary to add that ALT. Now your image is
I added
faulty.
it.
Yeah, that's the thing now. I'm trying to explain something to you. Now, to show you that the fault is not from the internet. The fault is from that your particular image. And that is why I said when you add an image, make sure you add an alt because it's possible you made a mistake in adding the name in adding the image. But even if your image doesn't appear, that name will definitely be there. So now what you need to do is to make sure that your image is right. That means every spelling is correct. And it's actually I can't understand. I don't understand you. Are you talking to me? I'm giving you people time to do this to figure it out, okay?
And I'm reading my mouth. I didn't click on my my contact, and now I'm waiting for that, and my mouse is very, very wrong. So now I will have to click on my mouse.
Are you talking to me? I can't hear you clearly. Do you have a question for me, please? What is your question, Adediran? Good morning. The last two words. So, Paula, were you able to figure it out?
Yes, ma'am.
So, is your image showing now?
It was not my image, it was Chantel's image. But I also think the reason why the image could not be showing was maybe she didn't add it to the folder, images folder. So
You use her. You use her image.
no, I didn't.
Don't you? I did not use her image. I used my own image. I got my own image from Interest.
Image out. I'm actually giving you people enough time so that we can just go through this and be done with our class. Should I continue, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Adedira, you don't understand the last two program. What do you mean by the last two programs? Okay, don't worry. I'll come back to your own question later. Let me just go back to the class. So I've showed you what the whole span does. You can also do the same thing using your row span. You can also do the same thing using the code span. Okay. So using the row span, good. And what the row span does is it stretches the cell across more than one row. So instead of going column wise, you are now going down when you give it a different row. Let's say row span 2. Okay, so it's now occupying the row. So you know what? This is an example of what a row span does. It goes down this way while the col span stretches across. Okay. Use the col span and the row span. We use it to make our gallery layouts more creative. And these tables help keep our images neat and organized, just like shelves. Can you see shelves? Just like how you organize your books in a shelf, you use the tables to keep your images neat. So what can you do with a gallery? You can add animal use favorite food gallery. You can use travel photos. You can also use your drawings to create a gallery. So now, right now, what I want us to add is, have we done self-spacing before?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I want us to just add a self-space to this, our gallery. Now, first of all, I want to give, I've styled it. You people know that we have learned how to style a table using inline CSS.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have, my table is not looking as pretty as I want it to be. I want my table to have a background color. So inside the table head, just still inside the style, because I already have the border collapse there. So right beside the closing column, which is the semicolon, I want to give it a background color. Background color of what color should I use? Should I use brown?
Red.
Mhm.
Red. Red.
Okay, let's try red. We are using red. Let's see. Now this is how it's looking. And do you know why this space is here? It's because I added this image right in. But this red is looking like somehow now. I don't like it.
Brown.
Actually brown. I think this one is mild to the eyes. Now, because it's brown, I'm struggling to see my text here. So what should I do? What property do you use to the color of the text? Can you tell me? Property name, huh?
The color.
Okay. So what you use to change the color of a text is the color property, and I'll make it white since our background color is somehow dark. Now we'll see what will happen. Now when you did that, assuming we have another text here now, it will still be white because where I apply that style directly to is the table, which is the whole thing housing everything here. So I want to get rid of this one or maybe add this, but I'll just get rid of this our bunny here because the pictures are already too much and I don't want to add something else. I still want it to be columns. Okay. So I will do that. I will get rid of this one. What property? I'm asking a question, all of you. What property do you use to increase the width of a container? Yes, you can always copy and paste a code. Okay, you said pink. Let's try pink and then also try yellow. Let's know the one that is best for us. Let's change this brown to pink. Okay. Is this better? Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. You can just use any color of your choice. So now let's go back and let me know if you have any question for me. Okay, I think we'll use purple next. Let's see what it will look like. Okay. So I will give you the code later. No, it cannot be white. It's already white by default. So do you have any question for me before I continue? Huh?
still not showing.
What?
The image. That's what I've been working on since. It's still not showing.
You Paula,
Yes.
you said your image is still not showing.
That was Chantel that said that, not me.
Okay. Okay. Chantel, do you already have an image inside that your folder?
Yes, I do.
If you already have an image, just is it inside a folder or just there?
I have it in the image and I pasted it in VS Code. It's still not working.
Wait. Did you add the image inside the folder, or did you just create a folder and then start adding each outside the folder?
I put the image inside my website folder.
Inside your folder, you have
Yes,
to.
the
Okay,
one we
don't worry.
created the first.
Just focus
the
on
one
this class.
I created. I put.
You know what it is? You have to just leave your image one side so that you don't miss out on everything you're doing. By the end of this class, I would like you to show me, like, I'll give you time. You will show me what you are doing and where you added this. You will share your screen with me so that we will figure out together, okay?
Okay.
So I don't want you to miss out on everything we are doing just because we're looking for it never be the problem, to not be them for us, so that you will not miss out on important things. So now every other person is following, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Zoe. Where are you? I'm unmuting you, Zoe. As long as you have no background noise. So now let's continue with the class. Okay, so this time now we're going to do that, right? So inside the table, let's add this. It's within inside the style. I said just the same way you added a border. This is just a non attribute on its own. An attribute called what? Cell spacing. Cell spacing equal to, let's give it 10 and see what will happen. Let's know what cell spacing actually does. They reflect the date change. There's something change here. I don't think so. It's meant to see where the issue is coming from. Okay, cell padding. Alt 20. Now this one is visible. Can you see what happened? Can you see what happened to our content when we did the padding? Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see what happened to our contents when we did the padding? He added an equal, yes, he added inside the contents. Right now, we don't have text. So what we have is image. So you notice that each one has its own container, right? This line covering it here. Space around that content. Added another padding just around the content. Now, the cell spacing isn't working because we have collapsed the lines. Assuming we have visible lines separating different ones, now we have seen it happen outside each cell. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
We would have seen it happen. Okay, let me know. Let me know if we'll just get rid of it and see if it will work. Can you see what I mean? Can,
The lines were collapsed, so
can you
you
hear
couldn't
me?
see it
I
work.
can hear you clearly.
Yes, ma'am.
The lines were collapsed, so you couldn't see it work.
Yes, that's why. Now I've removed the collapsed line, showing what the cell spacing does. Showing what the cell spacing does. So I will, if you want it to look like this, you can still make it look like this. But I want to keep styling my table. I will change it to now. Keep styling your own. I want to style the table head now. I want to give it a background color. You know what I mean by my table head? This I want to give it a background color of let's style it background color of what should I give it? Let me give it this aqua color and see if it will look different. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. So I will change. What else should I do? What else do you think we should do? Let's change the background color of the second row. Are you all still following?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope people are not lost on. Can you see? I'm still adding this. And I still want to change this one to something else. Let's give it purple. I am adding this to the row itself. So you don't get confused. I am styling each row now and giving it a background color. I'm giving it a background color of purple. Okay, blue violet. Are you also following? Like, is it really making sense to you? Are you all still following?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Image, if you want to. I have not taught you that. You are Russian. You might know all this, but they do not. And this is something you will still learn gradually, okay? So, how is your table looking? Is it looking good? Are you changing the color? Everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 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 Chantel, are you still following? Okay. So now we'll go back to our slide and we'll see how far we've gone. We've done the cell space, then we'll have now these are things you can do with your table. Now look at this. You can make your gallery color feel like we have been doing the dash. We have done how to do that before, right? Have we?
Not sure.
Have we not styled a border before?
Oh, I don't think so.
Paula,
Yes.
are you the one talking?
Yes.
You don't remember us doing border 1px solid orange, border 1px dashed?
Oh, now I remember.
I don't think we've styled the color. Was it yesterday that I wasn't around?
Yes, it was yesterday, my dear. You were not around.
Oh, but I did see it in the video.
Yeah, you will see it in the video.
I didn't.
Okay, you didn't see it in the previous video.
Nope.
Okay, so now you can see it now. In case you skipped that, you can no, sorry, you add your style tag to any element. It mustn't be the table. When I say border styling, it is not strictly for table. It is for any element. If you want to style your paragraph, you can add a border to a paragraph. You can add a border to your image. You can add a border to your TD. You can add a border to your table. Any element, any tag name, can have a border. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the border I am talking about. This line you are seeing here that goes this way, this black one you are seeing, border equal to 1. It sets everything here to have a border of 1. And that one is just thickness. It means you don't want it to be too thick. That means that you don't want the line to be too thick. Okay. So now for this one, I want you to know what I mean by border by watching how I'll style this first image, the table data of the second row. Now I want to give it a border of 2 pixels. 2 pixels means I want it to be bigger, okay? 2 pixels dashed. Let's give it a color that will really show let's leave it as black, not pink. Let's leave it as black. We'll save this and we'll go back and see what it looks like. Now can you see what dashed did to this particular border? Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Chantal, do you understand what I did?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
So yes, if I decide to make it solid, then it will not be dashed anymore. It will come out looking like this. But me making it 2 pixels made it thicker than this particular one that has 1 pixel. Okay. So if I reduce this back to 1 pixel and give it a solid and black, it will still come out looking like this one. Let me change it back. So I'll change it back to 1 pixel. If people can still see my screen, right? And I'll still make it solid. Solid means you don't want any dash. You don't want it to break. You just want it to look natural, like a border. Now it is back to looking like the rest. So this is what the border does for you. So you can decide to give it any color you want or style it anyhow you want. And you can, let's say, did I teach you border radius?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see if it will work. Since it's a table, let's know if our table will want to. What's your question?
I have a question.
Okay.
When you just type the name of the color, the little box appear like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It doesn't
so
happen
maybe
in
if I
yours.
type red now, it will just appear.
Yes. Am I talking to Chantel? Who is talking? Chantel? Okay. Okay. Does anybody have a question for me? Come see. Finally, just
What
make
did
sure
you
you
say?
understand what I'm doing now.
Short term. I wonder why this happens all the time. People always confuse our voices. People always confuse my voices with other people, even if I don't know them.
Are you serious? Okay, it happens. So you do the comments by saying control, by highlighting it, and then you must highlight the text or at least click on it and say control and slash. This is for Kamal. So now, are we all following? Because we'll continue with the class.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we all still following?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are examples of pictures in a table. Something like this. You can do something like this. You can also do some. This is the arranged fruits here. They arranged animals, vegetables. So now time for your projects. Make sure you write this down. I'll give you time to copy this. You have to build your own picture gallery using tables. And then you use at least 6 images. To use co-span or row span at least once. Do you understand?
Okay.
So,
You have to use both ones. Both
Huh?
co-span.
if you want to, I said if you want to use both, you can, but at least once.
Okay, so if I want to use co-span and well-span, I can.
Good. Yes, you can.
Okay. Ma, yeah, what is the teacher from? Which day will we submit it? Like, we
I
can
showed
get
you.
submitted today or the next class.
You have to. Are you doing anything now? We can always do it. Have you all copied this? So there's an easier way for you to open this, and you know, right? The Link School app, where you have where you can always send your assignment to. Did I show you that before? You go to learn. You go to web development, say course. If you've not watched the other videos, you can do that, and then you can download this. You can always download the material. That means this slide you are seeing on the screen. You can always download it for any class. You can download it here, and then you can rewatch the Zoom video. So for Chantel that missed yesterday's Zoom live class, you can always watch it here, and then you can submit the assignments here. Okay. You all still following?
Yeah.
Or is there a question for me? Oluchi, I thought I took time to explain co-span. What co-span does for you is it adds an extra column for you.
You just come to
Oluchi, as it comes to you said your environment is not noisy. This is why I mute. I'm muting you back again. but your environment is really noisy. You are submitting it in your Lean School app. You to submit and by tomorrow morning in School app. So if you have a question for me, you can indicate to Oluchi. I am unmuting you so that you ask me your question. And then finally, if Oluchi is not there, Chantel, have you been able to figure out the issue you have with the pictures?
Oh, that after class.
Huh?
Said I should wait so that later after the
Yes,
I
okay.
was wrong.
Now let me, yeah, since, can you, is it possible for you to share your screen with me? I want to stop sharing this now
Yes.
so that you share with me.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so I want you to share your screen with me.
Okay.
This is your IMG. This is an image, and it has only.
You see? You see? It's not on VS Code.
But this
It's not on VS Code.
But this download one JPG.
It's
the
not
one
an
for-
image.
The one that yeah.
There's no image there.
You have no image in there.
Download one. Press the download one. Not that one.
The other download.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, still, there's not. You have no image in there.
But I don't know why I do. Like, I can literally show you. This is
Okay, can you go back to my website? Like, go to your File Explorer. File Explorer.
this is the File Explorer.
Are you share your entire screen with me? You are not, okay? So I can't see what you're doing. I can only see your VS Code because you're sharing your VS Code.
I'll be right back. Let me quickly share that one too. I'll share the File Explorer too.
Okay.
Chantal, I think the reason why your images are not showing there is because they're not in the.
So this is this is the image one right here. This is
Where is the image?
This is it. Right here.
Can you copy that image for me? Click on it and copy it. Copy. Then go back to go to desktop. Click on desktop. Goes to the folder where you are that you're using for this your VS Code for your page. What did we name it? I think we named it my site. Go inside. Then open the image folder that you created. Then just outside there, click on white space, just the white space there, and sit. Right. You take your cursor out, right click and paste it there.
Okay, I've pasted it there now.
I see
I think I should do the same. I should do the same for all the other photos, right?
Yes, because the photos went in the image folder. That's why it was.
While the other one is something else. Yes, add more. Yes. Mm,
Pay for it.
okay, yes, yeah. Well, let me see. I'm just going through the chat now. Let me know what you people are saying. I'm seeing someone is using foul words. I hope it's not in my class that you're using foul words. Don't know. Okay. You can copy and pay. Okay, maybe I'm answering old questions. You are submitting this tomorrow morning. Um,
Wait,
why?
I've seen it. Can you still?
I can still see your
Having
screen.
class.
Angel, what is noisy? Can you see the screen? Can everybody actually see the screen? Because
Yes, I can see the
just in
screen.
case you have the just you have what?
Question.
So I've pasted all the 3 images right there.
You don't.
3 images.
You added the images.
Yeah.
Now go back to your VS Code.
Ma, are we having class tomorrow?
Yes. We class tomorrow.
I guess we're not. I guess we're not having class on Sunday. Sunday
No,
is
we are
Easter
not.
Sunday. So.
No, we are not. We are not.
But are we
No
having
class on
class
Sunday.
after? Are we having
On
class
Monday.
on Monday?
Yes.
But that's going to be Easter Monday.
If it's fine if you don't want to join. If you don't want to learn, it's fine. But there'll be class from 10 a.m. to 12.
Okay,
so
but
I'll be here.
When are the series of classes stopping? I can do with that.
Good. So
okay, so can
have you gone to your
VS
VS Code?
Yeah.
I cannot see your VS Code now. Okay, yes, I can see your VS Code. Good. I can see it. So now since your image folder is IMG, I don't see why you should have IMAGE because that's not your folder name. So you change it to IMG.
I guess that's the problem.
And also the download.
Download is not
there.
I think
the
that's
Neon Cat is okay. The download is not okay. There's no download.jpg, right? What you have there is cute anime. So start from JPG and get rid of it. No. Just delete the download.jpg. Get rid of it. Now you can say cute. See. And now it's completed it for you. So click on
right
it.
Here. So
Click on it. Yes. Good. Now you can save your work and go view it. Let's know if it's too sure.
Okay, should I share the live server screen? Like,
You can if you want to. Just my own problem is I want to make sure that you are sorted out already.
wait,
So everybody class, yesterday's class, just make sure you take the quiz as well. Okay? So Chantel, what happened? Is it showing?
okay, so let me open the file. Like, let me open the. This is what it's showing.
Okay. So why
Only
is
the
your
cute bunny girl is showing.
Yeah, why is the other one not showing? That's the question. Go back and make sure that you copied the right name.
I did copy the right name. See?
It's not the right name. Get rid of the neon and type it all over again. To make sure
I think
that
this is why it's showing. The N is in capital letter here.
you see.
Who is drawing on the screen?
Just continue.
Can you please stop drawing on the screen? Whoever Einstein Busari, please stop drawing on the screen. Please delete.
Don't worry, I still see the screen, okay?
Okay.
And the download is not showing for a reason as well. Why?
See, download one.jpg.
.jpg. You are not using the right name.
It's the host. Very distracting.
It's the host that can remove it.
Yes.
You have to know who is drawing on the screen first.
Einstein Busari is drawing on the screen. Taratini is drawing on the screen. Einstein
Busari. Just give me their names.
TAD Akinwumi Adetunji.
Let me get the names first. Akinwumi. Let me get their name. Einstein. Einstein is out of my class right now. Who else? Akinwumi. I'm giving you the last. Huh? Are they still drawings? Okay. Since they're not drawing on video. Huh?
Some people are telling other people to shut up in the chat.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know. The last time someone was insulting my sister in her class and my mom had to tell it on the group chat.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Out of my class. Einstein is already out, so this is a warning to everybody. If you draw on my screen and I get your name, I am kicking you out of my class. So since this is already sorted out, Chantel, I'm sure you already know how to figure the issue out now. Your naming is not correct. Make sure that you have everything exactly as it is. I suggest you say
look at it.
Your IMG will not show because I'm sure that it will not. The one that has download 1 is not the same as the download you have there. Have you saved your work? Have you refreshed?
Let me try.
Go to this one. Go to the second image you have.
Let's check on the image. I have a lot of images here.
I should send, okay, let me send the code here. Let me know if it will be able to copy.
I have a lot of images here. Which one Which image do you want me to look? Sorry, please give me a
No,
minute.
is the class over? Can I leave the class now?
Sure.
Class over.
You can leave the class, my dear. You can all leave the class, okay? I am done with today's class. You can all leave the class. I only just want to sort out this issue, and then I'm leaving as well.
Mister.
Good. So I wish you the same. I wish you the same. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. So Chantel, are you still there? Okay. Good. Everybody, since we are done, have a wonderful day, all of you. Bye-bye. Else you have a question for me? Okay. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye.